Okay, we're recording. Okay, so this last weekend, we had our very first ever leadership retreat in Sun River, Oregon. And it was a contest that we put out the beginning of the summer. And so you guys had like 3 or 4 months to work on this to be able to go. And the only requirements to go was that you were a Ruby or above. So we had quite a few people qualify to go, which is so exciting. And of course, we have rubies that live all over the country, so not all of them could come all the way to Oregon. So that is sad that you guys didn't all get to come, but some of you did qualify even though you weren't there. So I want to shout you guys out too. But I asked everybody that was there this last weekend if they would be willing to share their aha moments, their takeaways from the weekend, and kind of share just like a little bit about them and how they've come about this. So we're going to dig into it. We're going to hear from seven people tonight. Kaylee isn't able to get on because she's in class, and Stephanie is driving Arizona right now. She's last minute decided to leave today, so she's not on here because of that, but she wished she could be on here too because she has a lot she wanted to share, but I'm here representing both of us. So we're going to get started with Katie. So Miss Katie, go ahead and unmute yourself and just share where you're from, when did you get started, and then your takeaways from the weekend.
Okay, can you guys hear me? I have terrible service, so let me know if it goes glitchy. Okay, so obviously I'm Katie. I'm from Washington, and I started almost a year ago on October 25th. So my 1 year is coming up, and I'm really excited. Really, a huge thing that just stuck out at the very beginning was how we all get along so well, and we've all got such different goals, and we're just different altogether. But we get into a house together, and it's like we're all talking right away, and it's like instant connection. And that's just huge because, I mean, we all work together. So, but there's a big thing I wanted to share with you guys, and it was actually on our last day. It was right after we just got done watching church. We all got told to write our limiting beliefs on papers and just all these lies that we know aren't true that's stopping us from our promotions. And so we wrote them on there, and we were all throwing them in the fire one by one. And it was like at the very end, like there was flames going, and there was a lot of flames. And at the very end, when we were all like, okay, we're done, like they're gone, the flames just went out. And I'm huge on signs. And I was like, that is just, it's crazy. Like, it's like there was a relief right away, and just all worries were gone. And I felt like what I wrote on that paper just didn't exist. Like, it was just amazing. But one thing I'm going to tell you guys is if you're not Ruby, I don't know what the next rules are going to be for the next retreat, but you need to get to the retreats. It's amazing to get together and just, it feels the fire, especially if you're not having a good time, maybe just your mindset's not right. It just feels the fire. So get to those retreats, and we love to be with you guys. So that's mine.
Okay, I'm moving and talking, moving up to my office. Katie, I loved all of that. Hold on, I'm one-handed unlocking a baby gate, and this is real life, you guys. This is real life over here. Okay, I loved everything you said, and yes, the fire when it went out, just like it was so crazy how it just went out. Like we were like, okay, our fears are gone, and as soon as we said our fears are gone, the flame just went out. And I got the chills because it was like, okay, what we wrote down is really, really gone. So no more thinking of those things as things that was gonna hold you back from the next level. So I love that you said that. And we all really did get along all weekend. It was such a fun time, and just getting to see everybody together, some people for the first time in person, was just so, so special. So thank you so much, Katie, for sharing. I think Nikki is next. So Nikki, just introduce yourself. When did you get started? Where are you from? And your ahas from the weekend.
So I am Nikki. I am from Vancouver, Washington. I started about 7 months ago. My aha of the weekend was, I think, the team activities that we did together, like the flame thing was my big one. And then also getting together and just like talking and getting to know each other and really opening up and sharing what we were scared of and what we were excited about to have for this business to come. Because if you would have asked me 7 months ago if I would have gone on in a big group like that, I definitely would not have, because I am more myself and I don't really get out and talk to people. I'm more of a homebody person. So to do that, it was really fun and definitely like got me out of my comfort zone, and I'm a lot more open and I'm excited to see what the future brings. Here comes Emerald.
Yay, yes, here comes Emerald. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, you guys, honestly, one of the things that this business has provided me, and I know a lot of you guys, is friendships. And that's not why most of us start a business like this. Usually you just start for the money, right? Like you want to make money, but you end up making best friends. I mean, Stephanie is my best friend, and I wouldn't know her if it wasn't for this business. And if you read my post earlier, I got all sad and emotional today. I went and said goodbye to her, and she literally is my best friend in the entire world, and I wouldn't have her if it wasn't for this. And I always say I would give back every dime I've ever made if I could keep all the friends. So that's how much it means to me. And all of you guys that I've met have been just such a blessing that I didn't realize I needed all these friends in my life. And so I love that. The friendship really is such a big part of this and what you end up getting out of it. It's not why most of us start. So I love that you said that, Nikki. Okay, I think J-Lo's next. Jennifer.
Okay, I'm nervous. No. I miss all your faces already, you guys. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm from Southern Oregon, Medford area, so near California. And I started this business in February, but I started using the products in July before I signed up as a distributor. So I lost weight from it. And then when my daughter, Maya, who's in the business, she's on this call, when she went to conference, like big conference in Florida, she called me on her way back and she's like, you're signing up. You already post about the products and everything. So you're doing it. So here I am. And we're nearing my year as well. I mean, because gosh, we only have a couple months left of this year and then there it is. So my takeaway, there's two things. So the first night when we toasted champagne, Leanne and Stephanie, like just kind of, they got so emotional. I feel like kind of emotional just talking about for you guys, because this has been your dream together, and to make it happen right before she left is just like so amazing. But it's like you guys said you were going to do something and you did it. I mean, you just freaking did it. And there was, probably some ups and downs and some weird things happened, but you guys did it. And then on Sunday we had church and we spent time journaling. So I used to journal when I was young, loads of journals. And then I stopped, and we've been asked to journal and we've been told the importance of journaling. I'm not gonna lie, I let some things just go in one ear and out the other, and I can still appreciate it. But this weekend we journaled together and it was so powerful. And then on Sunday, I was practically in tears the whole time during church, because just what the pastor was saying. And then Stephanie read to us from her journal. You guys, she had been envisioning going to Arizona for what, years? And 4 years, yeah. And she made it happen. So I'm a believer. I'm writing stuff down in my journal and it's going to happen. So that's my takeaway. Like, write that shit down. Sorry, ladies. And make it happen. That's all I got.
Write it down, make it happen. You guys
Make it
heard
happen.
You just heard it from J-Lo herself. You guys,
I love you guys.
she probably surprised me the most this weekend. Like, she is our team mom, and she was just so much fun. She really is such a blast. Like, I loved being around her. So if you have not met her, you got to meet her because she's freaking hilarious. And yeah, she's a blast. And next time, Papa Lopez is coming too, because I hear he's a blast too. So we gotta have the whole Lopez family at the next retreat. I'm excited. But so yeah, journaling was, I'm really glad we did that. Both mornings we were there, we all journaled together, and I felt like it just felt really good. And I feel like some of you guys that have kind of been in and out of the journaling, or like, you know, you do it when you feel like it, you're not consistent with it, kind of saw what Stephanie and I do and how that really does do that vision casting and goal setting and how it really plays out, because we do journal every single day, and the things that we journaled about are happening. Like you said, that retreat has been something we've been dreaming of and talking about for a few years now. And Stephanie's literally in the car right now driving to Arizona, and she has had this goal and this vision in her mind that she was going to be going to Arizona to live there for a couple of years. And I remember when she first said it, even I was like, no, you're not. You're not leaving. Like, I don't think so. Not even for selfish reasons, but I just didn't think she would do it. And she did it. And so, like you said, write it down and go do it. Like, that's basically what it is. So I have a little bit more I want to say on that at the end, but I want to let everybody talk before I just take the words from everybody. But thank you so much, Jennifer. I loved meeting you and seeing you in person. Can't wait for the next one. Okay, I think next is Evelyn. And Evelyn traveled the furthest, you guys. She flew. She actually took a plane and came from California to Oregon for the first time. She then got in a car with a bunch of girls that she had never met in person and drove for 4 hours. So she trusted us this weekend for sure, but I think it paid. And then she got in a car with me on the way home. So she really trusted us. But I want to hear what you got to say. So where are you from? When did you get started? And what are your takeaways?
All right. Hey guys, I'm back in California. I've been like jet lagged. I don't know why, if I was only on the plane for like 2 hours. But anyways, my name is Evelyn. I started in in December 12th. So it's almost going to be a year. And from what I've been hearing, it's almost a year for everybody, not including you, Leanne, because we know that you've been here for a bit. But so I didn't know what I was going to expect coming to a new state. I mean, I was in Oregon once, but it was just for a layover. But I got to experience a brand new state with some amazing girls that are obviously on my team, so I couldn't have asked for a better experience. They showed me around. They were really, really approachable and very, very sweet. So I know that I came out with a lot of friendships with this business as well. So I suggest, like, if there is more team retreats, if there's conferences or little things like this, I suggest you guys do them. You get a lot from them. You gain friendships, you gain knowledge, you get to interact with people that have been doing this business and how they work their business. I know Maya, she is only diamond leader there, so I was just like picking her brain out, just trying to figure out what I could do in order for me to hit diamond this month. We're gonna do it, ladies. The ones that are rubies and emeralds, we're doing it this month. No, but what I wrote down, I know that I'm going to agree with what Jennifer said about writing your goals down and writing what your vision is. I wrote it down. Hold on. It says, don't lose sight of your dream or what God is planning for you. Focus on the vision He has for you. So it's the vision, not the sight. So just make sure that you are writing it down. You are saying it out loud, be loud about it. Just do what you can in order for you to really really set your goals for what you really want in life, and don't ever, no matter how much you are feeling down or what life throws at you, there's always going to be a better outcome at the end, like on the other side. So do not lose track of that. I know life happens. I know things do happen to all of us. So just stay positive. We have a group of amazing people that we could easily reach out to. So I know that I could bug and do whatever I can to just like talk to all of you guys. So I really, really do appreciate you guys welcoming me, and I can't wait to just find out what's in store for all of us.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. All of that was so, so good. And, you know, one thing I always like when I'm around other people in the business, either our team or other teams or whoever I can get around, I just love being in their presence, and whatever they're doing, like I want to know what they're doing. So when you were like, I'm picking Maya's brain, that's exactly what I'm doing when I'm around someone else in the business. I'm like, okay, what's working for you? How did you get to where you are? What are the things you've had to overcome, you know, and sharing your struggles and realizing that you're not going through something alone, that other people in the business are also going through those things or have overcome the things you're now struggling with. That's a big thing, is knowing that you think you're so unique in what you're going through, but it's really not. We all kind of have a similar journey and things we have to overcome. You just think it's just you, and it's not. So I love that you were talking to Maya and talking to other girls and just picking their brains and figuring out like who's doing what, because success leaves clues. And when you get around like-minded people and you ask the right questions and you're just in their presence, it just kind of rubs off on you. So I love that. And I love that you traveled all the way here. That shows some real commitment, and you are going diamond this month. There's a bunch of you going diamond this month, running for that, what is it, $8,000 bonus. Insert income disclosure below. But so excited for you, Evelyn. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, I think we have Miss Bree next. So Bree, just share where you're from, when did you get started, and your takeaways.
Perfect. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Good? Okay. So I'm Bree. I'm from the Dalles, Oregon. So that's like kind of Eastern Oregon on the Columbia. And I've been in this business since February, which is 8 months now. I never tried the product, not anything. I honestly took the leap of faith, and it took like, I think it took like one follow-up. It took her to message me on Instagram, and then a follow-up, and I was just like, all right, I'm doing it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just taking the leap of faith at this point. So when I started, I kind of just talked about like what it was going to do for me, not having any idea what it was actually going to do for me. I just kind of manifested it myself. So my aha moments, my biggest thing that I wanted to put out there, and I think that it's so weird because when you think of things and you're like, oh, what am I going to say tonight? And then just something pops in your brain. You're like, what does that mean? You don't necessarily know what it means in your brain, but in your heart, it kind of just pops into your head. And this popped into my head today. It's not necessarily about what you think you want, but it's about his plan. Does that make sense to anybody else? Because it just popped in my brain and I was like, well, I'll write it down anyway. Like, even if it doesn't make sense now, but it does. Like, throughout the day when I was thinking about it, it's true. You may have because in your brain, you have all these things that are blocking you, you know, it's fuzzing out what actually needs to be brought to your heart. So that's kind of what I got from that. As for this weekend, it opened my eyes to so much. Y'all need to work your asses off to get to the next retreat, because it will change your life. It will change the game for you and for your business, and positively. I mean, there was so much positivity this weekend. For having 10 women in one house, y'all, the positivity was crazy. Like, I've never experienced something like that in my life. So taking away from that, you need to surround yourself with your friends, with your family, with people in your life that are going to support you and your success. because I have thought way too long about others worrying about me. Why would I worry about what others think of me or what they have to say, right? No, don't do it. If anything from this weekend I learned, don't let that stop you, because it's exhausting, to be completely honest. And get inspired. Okay, get inspired. However that is that you need to get inspired, just do it. And in this case, with us all being there together, I think that we can all say that that was such an inspiration, to just feed into each other. And yeah, I think that was pretty much all I had to say. And whether it be literally or figuratively, with everything else, it's so true. Burn your fears, okay? And something for me, it's like I have to actually do it, and I actually did it. And it's so true when they're not lying when they said that fire went out as soon as we were all done. It was wild. Fire doesn't just do that. So yeah, I think that that's kind of my main points from this weekend, from what I got from it, what I have been thinking about, and yeah, I hope that helps everybody.
Yes, thank you so much, Bree. Oh my gosh. So same thing. I feel like so many times I've like said, okay, I'm getting over this thing. Like I'm not going to let it hold me back anymore. But there is something so freeing when you write it down and you literally burn it and it's gone in front of your face. There's just something about that. And especially with the fire just going out, like it was just like solidifying the whole weekend and everything that we talked about, just that it was gone. Those things are now off of our chest. Those are weights lifted off of us, and we can now move on past that. And so I'm so glad that I wasn't the only one that felt like free when I burned those fears. I'm so glad you guys are feeling the same exact way, because we do let so many things hold us back when we don't need to. And like she said, the one thing about letting other people's opinions hold you back, or their judgments, though, that was one of my fears in the beginning. And that is what part of the reason why it took me so long to get to where I am. It's why it took me so long to really get going, because I kind of just acted like, oh, it's just a for fun thing, even though I really wanted to take it seriously. But I was scared of what people would think or what they would say, or being made fun of, or any of those things. I was so in my head about it. But actually, as soon as I let all of that go and actually took it seriously, I got more respect. People respected me a whole lot more once I said, okay, I'm doing the thing, and I did it. And like Jennifer said, you say you're doing it and you go and do it, and then you earn so much respect, and people are no longer judging you, but they're actually going to join you. They're going to join you. I can't tell you how many people said no to me, and then I did the thing, and now they're on this team. So it's funny how that works. And then what you said in the beginning about God's plan, it is his plan. And so I think that the service that we listened to was just so good. And I'm going to touch on that at the end, but that kind of went with that. So I love that. Thank you again, Bree. It was so fun having you there. Okay, I think we have Olivia next. Miss Olivia, go ahead and unmute yourself. Where are you from? When did you get started, and your takeaways?
I'm Olivia. I'm from Gresham, Oregon, or as Leanne will throw me out there in BFE Sandy. I joined, I'd say about, I think 9 months ago. It was like the very end of January, early February. So it's been about 9 months. My takeaways, I kind of go there with Mama J, journaling. I've kind of been up and down and kind of all over with it. Like I'll do it for like a week and be like, meh, and let it go, and then journal. And then we did our church on Sunday together and all journaled together. And I had time to like sit there, and I was putting everything in there. And it was just an experience. You sat there and you could look up, and everybody was doing it, and we're all sitting there and we're putting our visions down, and we're making them known, and we're being loud about them. And we're also positive and encouraging of one another. And I mean, Bree's not wrong. You put 10 girls in a house and nobody's dead at the end of the weekend. Kind of moving. And And writing my fears down is something that I've done, but I've never like burned them and made them disappear. It's something I've kind of dwelled on. So I really liked getting to burn them because I've always written them down and like looked back on them and like reminded myself that they were there versus just letting them go. So for me, that was a big aha because I came home and I actually have not thought about them since I burnt them because now I'm not looking at them. So I absolutely loved that.
Yes, love, love, love all of it. The journaling thing, I feel like, was such a big takeaway just from listening to you guys from the whole weekend. I just feel like so many people enjoyed it. And I think the hardest thing with journaling is a lot of people don't know where to start. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to sit down and write. So if you're in that position where you're like, well, I want to do it, but I don't even know where I can get started, I encourage you to either go onto Pinterest and look up journaling prompts, and there's prompts on there that you can do, or this is the book that I do every day, and I led one of our journaling Zooms this weekend with this book, and I think you guys liked it. It's called Dream Life Daily Journal, 30 Days to Jumpstart Your Best Life by Denise Walsh. It's amazing, and Denise Walsh is a Black Diamond in our company, so she actually she's just really good at vision casting and dream life stuff, and she has an awesome podcast too. So this book, it's every day is the same layout, but she changes just a little pieces of it. So if you're struggling, I recommend getting this. And in the beginning, it was hard for me to like do it because there's a lot of pieces to it, but it's a routine. You know, you guys know every routine takes like 21 days to be like stuck as a habit. So just stick it out and do it. And I don't write in it. I actually have a separate journal that I write in. This is just my prompts. And it's really, really awesome to guide you. And we always say there's something about actually writing down your goals every day. And this prompts you to write down your goals, not only your business goals, but also your health goals and your relationship goals. So it prompts you in multiple areas of your life and to be thinking about it every single day. So I definitely recommend this. It's called Dream Life Daily Journal. I'll put it in the chat in just a second, or someone else can put it in the chat for me. But it's awesome. So if you're not journaling, obviously you just heard all these incredible people. We still have one more. Maya's going to talk in just a second, but obviously if you're not journaling, you need to, because it will change a lot of things for you. I was someone that in the beginning, when people were like, you need to journal, I was like, that sounds like middle school. Like, I don't got time to journal. It's not income producing. But honestly, if you can, I start my day that way, and it sets the tone for my entire day. And I feel so good. I feel on track. I feel like I know exactly what I need to get done today. One of the prompts is your action steps for today to get you towards your goals. So you have your big goal, but it's like, what do you need to do right now today to help yourself get closer to it? So that's one of the prompts that I really like, so that you can look at, okay, that's a big goal and it's far away, but if I break it down and I can just do this today, then I've already made progress. And that's what you want, is progress every day. So if you're not journaling, this is a huge hint to get started with it, because it will help you so much. And if you need help with anything journaling wise, please feel free to message me and I can recommend things and help you guys. Okay, last but not least, we have Maya. She is our diamond leader. She was the only diamond at the retreat, so she got a little extra love, but I can't wait to hear what you have to say, Maya. Go ahead.
Hi everyone. So Wi-Fi does not work in my room, and I'm in a living room filled with people. So I'm a little shy right now, but we're gonna power through it because, you know, growing. But my name is Maya Lopez. I'm from Oregon, and I just say overall Oregon, not Southern Oregon, northern part of Oregon, because I've been moving quite a lot the last couple of years. And so right now I'm in Salem, and I started this business June 11th, 2019. So it's been over a year for me. I already hit my 1 year anniversary, and I had so many takeaways from the trip. Like, I feel like I'm more emotional leaving the trip than I was there because I was still a little shy. But then leaving, I was like, oh my gosh, like that was amazing. And there was so many good things. But one thing that we did before we all left was we had these posters, and we kind of like, it had a picture of us on there, and we each wrote things about each other on there and encouraging words. And I read mine after driving for a few hours. There's Leanne's, and it was just amazing seeing like what other people kind of think about you. And I honestly, what I got from the trip was that we each shine in our own ways, and that is what's unique about this business is we each get to be ourselves, and we each get to have our own successes and do it in our own way. Like, we can be inspired by other people, but ultimately it is our own journey, and it's incredible getting to actually live throughout your own journey and making it your own, and you know, learning how to do it by being yourself. While we were there, we were all learning new things. We were all asking each other questions constantly, and really growing, which I think as you're developing your leadership skills, that's a really important thing to have, is not being afraid to ask questions, and being okay with like changing and adapting and growing with the business, because that's what you want to do. You want to grow. When I started this business a year ago, I was so shy and so anxious and so nervous, and especially nervous to just be myself and share that with other people and be more open about like who I am. And so growing with this business and learning how to do that, and learning how to you know, be confident in who I am, the things I like, I feel like has really opened a way for other people to do it too. And to see my mom start in the business and see her really flourish has been amazing. And even seeing Leanne throughout the past year grow as a leader, and seeing all of us get to where we are literally makes me cry. I'm like, I love you guys so much. And when I say like I see your guys' potential, I see it, and I'm just like, you guys have so much potential, and I cannot wait to see you guys succeed. It makes me so excited. And yeah, I just wanted to like just say like, time to throw out those limiting beliefs. Start believing yourself and start learning how to grow with this business, and just be more confident in who you are. We all have to figure it out for ourselves. And yeah, that was my huge takeaway. I feel like I could talk for days, but yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. I feel like such a proud mama bear right now from all of you guys, and especially Maya. Oh my gosh, she has come so far. She has grown so much in the past year, and I couldn't be more proud. And she was our only diamond there. So she is something special. So I feel so blessed to have her and sharing. And you just sounded like a double diamond. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. You got that double diamond is on you now from being around Stephanie and I. So I love what you were saying about how everyone is so different. And honestly, if you look at every person that was there was so much diversity there. There was people different ages. There was people with kids, people that didn't have kids. Jennifer, she was our team mom. There's people that are in school. There's people that aren't in school. There's just people with different personalities. I mean, most of you guys retook your color personalities, and, compared to where you were, because sometimes they change, so you can retake them. But it was just so cool to see the difference in all of you, yet you're all there. You all earned that retreat. And it just really amazes me every time I see a group of people like that. I can say, literally anyone can do this. No one has to be a certain color personality. You don't have to live in a certain area. You don't have to know a certain amount of people. You literally just have to want it and get it done. And that's what all these ladies that were there this weekend did. They wanted it. They wanted to go to this retreat. They wanted to promote to Ruby or above. And all of them have gotten that done this year. and that's why they were all there. And so if you're sitting there thinking, well, I can't be like her, I don't talk like her, I don't look like her, you guys, there's people there that look, talk different, that act different, that it was just, everyone was so different. And what was also so cool about it was, again, there was 10 of us there and we all got along. Like, it was so cool to see some of my takeaways. I'm going into my takeaways, is seeing like all of you guys that are not necessarily on the same team. Like, you're all on our team, but you know what I mean? Like, you guys didn't enroll each other, you're sidelines, and you all came together like you were long lost best friends. And just seeing you guys all just be together and have these friendships and these bonds and laughing and taking pictures and up all night while us grannies went to bed early, and just, you know, like, just seeing that just made my heart so full. And I think at one point, Stephanie and I were in the house and we were getting ready to do the champagne toast, and we made you guys all go outside, and we look outside and you guys are taking just the funniest, hilarious pictures. Bree's like shotgunning a beer. Like, it's just, it was so fun to just look outside. That's the first night we got there and everyone's already just opening up and bonding and laughing and doing this and just making it fun. And so I want us to say, like, to all of you that came, thank you. Like, you guys made it an incredible weekend. Stephanie and I threw the whole thing, but you guys are what made it all up. You guys actually were the bread and butter to this whole thing, and it wouldn't be there without you guys. And like Jennifer was saying, we have dreamed about this retreat that last weekend for a very long time. Stephanie and I went to conference 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, 2018. And I had just gone executive the day before with 2 people on my team that were no longer working. And she was an emerald with nobody on her team working besides me. And so we showed up and we saw these big teams at conference, which if you've ever been to an event, you see these teams of people and you see them all just having so much fun and laughing. And there's just these huge groups and you're like, dang, like, there's just 2 of us, you know? But from that day, we were just dreaming. We were dreaming so big. And we have been vision casting this last weekend, and this whole team and just everybody. Like, we have vision casted you all onto this team. We have prayed for all of you to come into this team. And I hope you all know we value every single one of you, including the ones that aren't on here live right now. Like, we want you here. We want to help change your lives like it's changed our lives. We want to help you towards your goals. So this weekend coming together was just a huge dream come true for us. And I'm just so excited for the next one and the ones after that. And I was telling all the girls that were there, there's going to come a time where this team is so big that you guys are going to have your own retreats, because it's just too, like, I won't be able to do the big retreats because there's going to be too many people, and you guys are all going to have your separate ones where you're going to host it, and you're going to feel the same way that I'm feeling right now. So it just feels so incredible. I feel so at peace to have had this whole weekend happen, and it went so smoothly. There was like no hiccups besides the pizza place not answering their phone. Like, that was annoying. But besides that, it all went so good. And we went for a nice like hike on Saturday, and that was so much fun. And everybody was just taking pictures and laughing, and we got all dressed up and went out to dinner, and some of us were dancing, and like there was a live band. It was just way more than what I could have ever even have dreamed of. So I encourage you guys all to write down your goals, write down those crazy dreams and those visions. And maybe you're sitting here like, man, that sounds so cool. One day I want to throw a retreat like that. Write it down and start vision casting that over your team and your life. And I'm not going to tell you guys that it was easy to get here, because it wasn't. And this team didn't just like come together magically. It's been time. And a lot of you guys that shared tonight, you had said you've been in for 8 months or a year or however long. And that's just in the last year of people that have been here. So it takes time, and there's going to be hard days and there's going to be great days, and there's going to be people that you lose that you thought would be with you till the very end, and they're no longer here. And that's okay, because guess what? I had the dang retreat no matter what. So it doesn't matter. You guys can do it. You can do it with or without the people you think are going to be there. And it's their choice if they want to come along. But I'm going all the way to the top, and the people that want to come with me are coming with me. People that don't, that's totally fine. That's your decision. Okay, let me see what else I wrote down. I wrote down a lot. If you have not done the limiting belief thing, like if you weren't at the retreat, I really, really want you guys to write down what is holding you back from your, like, what's not allowing you to exit your comfort zone. Is it people's opinions? Is it your mindset? Are you just thinking you're not good enough? Do you think you don't know enough people? Do you think you don't look a certain way? Do you think you don't talk a certain way? Do you think that you're just too shy? Because at one point I said I was too shy to do this business. And honestly, going live or talking on a call like this, I would have thrown up. Like, it would not have happened. So you can make progress. You can come out of your comfort zone, but it takes those steps. So write down whatever is holding you back, those limiting beliefs, and I want you to burn them. I don't want you to just write them down and leave them on your desk or just throw them away. I want you to burn them with fire and be safe, because we didn't start no more fires out here. We're not doing that. But there's just something so powerful about that, and I think everybody kind of touched on that. So I want you guys to do that. Let me see what else I wrote. We talked a lot about journaling. The vision casting and the church service we listened to, which, by the way, you guys, was it the first night we were there when we did the champagne toast, and we all went around the circle and we said something that this business has done for us. And I would have never have thought that the thing that I shared, especially me being so red, I could sit here and talk all day about how I've left my job and I'm home full time and I've paid off my car and I've done all these crazy awesome things. I've traveled. But the only thing I said that night was that I now have a relationship with God, and it's grown my faith. And that's the most incredible thing this business has done for me. And it is, hands down. And if you would have said I was going to say that 2 years ago, I would have laughed. Would have been like, no, it's not me. I would never have said that. And so that was incredible. And then and I didn't know I was going to say that until it was my turn. Like, that's the only thing I could think of in that moment. That was all I could think of. And the church. So you guys, we listened to an old church service by Transformation Church, and I'm going to share it in the chat later because I think every single person needs to listen to it. It is so good. And what's so good about it is it was recorded live at the beginning of this year. So January 2020, I think it was the first Sunday of 2020. It's on his YouTube, on Transformation Church YouTube. And it was all about vision. And it was about God's vision for you and his plan for you, and that you have to be open to it and you have to be willing to be his vessel and all of this incredible stuff. And he was talking about their church word for the year was stronger, and how they're not necessarily wanting to be a bigger church. They're wanting to be a stronger church this year. And every single thing he said in that service applies to what has happened in 2020 so far. And when he said that, of course, he didn't know what was about to happen. He didn't know what 2020 had in store. And heck, we still got 3 months. So we still don't know. We still don't know what's left. But he had no idea what was coming. But everything he said in that service applies to what has happened so far this year and what people needed to be prepared for. And I'm sure most people feel like they have been thrown off track this year from what they thought they had planned. And this, I felt just so deep with this, like, how many times do we have a plan and we're thrown through a loop, we're thrown way off track, and we think the world's ending, but really that wasn't the right plan. And you have to be open-minded to know that there's a bigger plan and there's something else in store for you that's better. And some people are so closed-minded that they're not willing to even see it because they're sitting there so mad at what just happened. And so that whole service was just incredible. And everything he said, I was like, boom, boom, boom. Like, it was so good. I'm going to rewatch it again because it's awesome. So I'm going to share that in the chat with you guys because I think everyone needs to watch it. And it's just a good thing to reflect on for the entire year. Okay, let me go through. Does anyone have anything else that they may have thought of that they forgot to share, that they want to share? Because you are welcome to unmute and share whatever. I'm just going to make sure I got everything. No? All right, you guys. It was an incredible weekend, and I loved seeing all of you and spending time with you guys, and I cannot wait for the next one. I can't wait for the next retreat, and we're talking about maybe something for conference because conference is all virtual this year. And so if you have not got your conference ticket, they extended the early bird tickets through the 15th, through October 15th. So you can still get your conference ticket and get all those early bird perks. And if you don't know, if you get that ticket, you get 20, if you get the premium ticket, you get 20 promo codes to help people join the business for 60% off. And you get the first 10 in October and you get the second 10 in November. And they told us this is all they're doing, this is all they're doing for all of the rest of the year. So don't expect there to be any other, distributor deals because this is what they're giving us. And the fact that they're giving us 20 is incredible. If you buy the general admission pass, you get 6 codes. So you get 3 this month, 3 next month. I highly suggest everyone gets the premium because there's so many other perks that go with it. And you guys, if you all have 20 codes and you use them, that is a diamond chart. You would all be charted for diamond. You'd all have a team to go diamond with and some. And that's incredible. And that should be everybody's goal right now, is to go diamond, because diamond is when you get the license to print money. Am I right, Maya? Amen. Yeah, you start making big bucks when you go diamond and above. So that is your goal. And so these codes are just a tool to help you get there. Of course, it takes more than just codes, but it is such an incredible tool that they're giving us to help you guys make progress towards diamond and fill out that chart. So that should be your goal. And also, you guys, if you didn't know, you can click the pay by commissions tab and you can pay by your future commissions. So it doesn't even, you don't have to pay a dime to order it to get it today. It will take it out of future money that you make in the business. And that's incredible that they have that option, because the first conference I went to, that was not an option. I did not get any codes. It was just a ticket. It was just a ticket to go to Florida. So, and this is all online. So every single person here, you are online right now. You're using Zoom. So you have access to this conference, which a lot of us that have been can tell you it's life-changing. So you want to get your hands on that. So if you've not bought your ticket, go get your ticket. You need it. You need it. There's no options. You need it. And if you have questions about any of it, please ask me. Please reach out and I'll help you guys. I know a couple people are having issues getting it ordered, like it wasn't going through. So if you guys run into that, just ask me and I can help you. And yeah, I think that's all I have. I am so excited for the rest of the month. It's only like the 6th. And we've already had an incredible start to the month. Numbers are up, things are up. We got the Pick 2, Pick 3 sale. There's bonuses. So if you joined in October, you're eligible for a $300 bonus this month if you go Ruby. And if you go Ruby, you're also averaging $500 a month. And you got those fast start bonuses and sample cash. There's so many ways to make money. And if everyone else is eligible to go diamond and make an $8,000 bonus, and if you got your codes, you got the tools to go diamond. And we got an incredible sale, Pick 2, Pick 3. So my word of advice is to not hold back this month, to just go after it. 2 years ago, I went diamond in October. So who else is going to go diamond in October? It is so freaking possible. And guess what? My bonus was less than $8,000 when I went diamond. So y'all are going to get a better bonus than me. So let's get it. Let's go get the rest of the month. I'm so proud of all of you that shared tonight. I know some of you is your first time sharing on a call. So thank you. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon.